save me some.
Hello, my friends. How you doing today? I am doing well, and I got some stuff. I got some stuff I got to unbox, and I got to catalog. I got to catalog some stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna open it so I can get this stuff out of these boxes because they're just cluttering up the room and making a mess. Okay, this one's coming. I'm getting right to it. See, you guys with the short attention span that tell me that I'm talking too much and my videos go on too long. I'm getting right to it. This first one's coming from Anthony Kretschmar. Anthony Kretschmar from Sun Prairie, Wisconsin. Well, Mr. Kretschmar or whatever. That's from Wisconsin. That sounds like a serial killer name. I'm sorry. I throw it out there. You know, some of the best serial killers come from Wisconsin. So, Mr. Kretschmar, please don't kill me. Thank you for shipping. And it is a copy of, let's see, Kretschmar. A copy of the Vinegar Syndrome. Is this Vinegar Syndrome? Vinegar Syndrome release that I waited for. I waited for this. I didn't jump at it when it first came out, and then I had a little bit of the old buyer's remorse because I started watching that they were going for a little bit of money on eBay, and I'm like, oh man, the flip is they bought them all, and now they don't make them no more on Vinegar, and now I'm gonna end up paying too much money. But then I sent some guy a message. I think he's trying to get like $80 for the set, whatever, and I'm like, hey, can you do like $60 for this thing? He's like, oh no, I can't do that. I can't do that. And I'm like, okay, no problem. You know, I appreciate your time. Thank you. No problem at all. And then I went on Macari, and Macari had a copy. And it's the movie Thriller, A Cruel Picture. Now, it's got other names. Let me see. I mean, watch what I'm doing here because, you know, Vinegar Syndrome, sometimes the pictures and stuff. So this is, so here's Thriller, and this is a 4K Blu-ray combo pack. You big 4K collectors, you. Banned by Swedish censorship. First they took her speech, then they took her sight. When they were finished, she used what was left of her for her own frightening kind of revenge. Now, listen, if you guys know me, nothing I love more than a good revenge movie. Like I Spit on Your Grave, like A Last House on the Left. I love those things. Like a Hostel, you know. I love when these scumbags do something. Well, I don't love that part, but I love when something happens and then the starlet. Okay, is that the proper word for female star? The starlet. She gets educated on how to kill people, and then she goes back for blood or vengeance, or whatever, or her family goes back for blood or vengeance, or whatever the case is. Something really, really bad gonna happen to the guys that did something to their daughter or something to the girl herself. And yeah, I put this up there with like I Spit on My Grave and a Last House on the Left. So, but with this set you get Thriller, and you get, which is the same movie, They Call Her One Eye. So it's a 2-disc set. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Both 4K Blu-ray combo packs. And that's what these movies are about. First they took her speech. Yes, it's the same exact thing. First they took her speech. So it's actually, what you're getting is a bunch of different versions. Is there a way for me to do this without going too crazy here? Additional info. 4K Ultra Disc contains the uncut festival version of Thriller, The Cruel Picture. So this has got the uncut festival version, and this one has contains the title They Called Her One Eye, the English dubbed theatrical version presented in high definition, disconnected feature film following. So I believe it's 3 different versions of the movie. One of them being banned in one of the states, in Sweden, for like real graphic stuff. Okay, graphic things, and it's as Vinegar Syndrome does in their beautiful casing. There, you get a beautiful case there. I mean, I'll show you the back, but I got to kind of cover it here because we have like a little thing going on back there. But I passed on it. I passed on it originally, and I probably shouldn't have. So I figured I would grab it while I could. Next one comes from Louis Demench from New York City. From New York, New York. And he gave me the Fragile Handle with Care. Thank you, Mr. Fragile Handle with Care. I'm sure my mailman, I really appreciated that. And it is another movie that I have yet to see yet. So just like Thriller, if you've seen Thriller, comment below. And I'm not talking about the Michael Jackson one. Comment below. And this is another one that I got factory sealed. And there's a couple of reasons why I bought it. It's called Voyage of the Rock Aliens. Now, first reason why I bought it is this is also a Vinegar Syndrome release. Rated. What's this thing rated? Rated. Not rated. No rated. Not rated. Nope. This is the Blu-ray release, and I bought it because it actually stars this guy in it. This guy right here was in the movie Some Kind of Wonderful. Played the bad guy, and it's got Pia Zadora. Am I saying that right? Pia Zadora. It's a musical. It's a Voyage of the Rock Aliens. It's a musical space age rock romp. Okay, it probably really sucks. Not sure, but it's a Vinegar Syndrome, and I've kind of been on once I got Thriller, I was kind of like I was rummaging around, and I have Vinegar Syndrome in like my search engine, and this popped up as one of the ones that somebody was selling, and it was like $8. So I was like $8, and it's factory sealed. I mean, either it's gonna be and it comes with a cool little slipcase and everything. And what's cool is they still sell this on the Vinegar Syndrome site. So if you wanted to buy it on the Vinegar Syndrome site, you could. But you could hunt this thing down on eBay a lot cheaper. A lot of ums. Comment below if you've seen Voyage of the Rock Aliens, starring that guy. You know that guy? And I got got another box here, and this one comes from my friends at Blow Out of Here Video. Yes. I have been doing a lot of business lately with Blow Out of Here Video. The prices are cheaper than everywhere else. They package things better than everybody else. You get things faster than everybody else. They're just a really good company. I haven't had any issue with this company whatsoever. So I gotta throw it out there. I mean, if you guys want to sponsor me in any way, shape, or form, you can send me some more free stuff. That would be nice. Send me some free stuff because you haven't sent me anything free yet. And they are from Kentucky, I believe. But Blow Out of Here Video eBay is what they're called. So you can look for them on the eBay site, and you'll find them. And anything that you want to find that's new, that's supposed to be in the store, before you go run into your local Target or your local Walmart, which pretty much is pulling everything off the shelves anyway, along with your Best Buy, which just all went to garbage too. Blow Out of Here, I think the only way we're going to get our physical media from pretty soon is going to be from like an eBay or an Amazon or off of websites. And Blow Out of Here does a really good job. And their prices are literally maybe $10 to $20 less than what you pay in a store. And the more you buy from them, the more you save. They have these 16% offs or 14% offs or 12% offs or whatever it is. You buy three, you get like 16% off of your total, or 20% off your total. So yeah, I mean, usually whatever I have in here will be in threes, because you gotta usually purchase three in order to get it. First one, is there three in here? Wait a minute here. What's going on here? Yeah, there is three. Okay, good. First thing I picked up was on Blu-ray. A little bit of an upgrade for my DVDs. Is the Stallone collection. Check this out. And it has Cobra, Assassins, Tango and Cash, The Specialist, and Demolition Man. Now, out of these titles, I got to tell you, I love Cobra. I love Tango and Cash, and I love Demolition Man. Wasn't a big fan of The Specialist, and wasn't a big fan of Assassins. But I also didn't watch it as much. Demolition Man, I've watched so many times, I've lost track. Cobra is another one I watched so many times. Can't even remember how many times I watched it. Tango and Cash, loved Kurt Russell and Sylvester Stallone together in a movie. I just thought it was great. There's other Stallone movies, like the other one I think that should have been in here instead of, for some reason, Specialists and Assassins is always stuck together. I have a DVD 2-pack or whatever, and the DVD 2-pack is Specialists and Assassins. I don't know why that's a thing, but just a thing. They're set up in two disc sets there. I have not opened this up yet, of course, but I have seen them. You know, most, well, I've seen them all, but I remember 3 out of the 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, 5. Was that 5? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, five titles. And I got to tell you, you might think, well, you get 5 Stallone movies. How much did you pay for that thing? I want to say it was only like $25 or something like that for 5 movies. I mean, that's $5 a piece. That's a deal. On Blu-ray, that's a deal. Next one. Okay, and listen, don't look at me funny. Don't look at me funny when I pull this out, because it just had to be done. It had to be done. And it had to be, unfortunately, done on DVD, because I don't know why, but there is no Blu-ray of any of this yet. I have no idea. They did Blu-ray with the movies, but they didn't do Blu-ray with the TV series. And it is season 13 of SpongeBob. New on DVD. It's the complete 13th season of SpongeBob. And you probably ask me, why, my friend? Why are you out buying SpongeBob? What is that all about? Well, I own seasons 1 through 12 on DVD, and I'm still going. Like with The Simpsons, I stopped. I think I stopped after like season 9. I was like, forget it, I'm done. I'm not really even that interested anymore. Family Guy, I went for a long time. I can't really see my Family Guys up there right now. I can see season 15 up there. I don't even know what seasons they're on right now, but I think I have more than season 15 of Family Guy. But SpongeBob, I'm still going. And for some reason, they're releasing them like oddly. It's like an odd kind of release where it's like, I think they're on like season like 16 or 17 right now, but for some reason we're only getting like, they're like nickel and diming us. They're like just feeding us a little bit at a time or whatever. I enjoy SpongeBob. I think it's funny. I when I was a kid, when my kids were kids, I was forced to watch this stuff with them. And what I like the most about SpongeBob is that there's adult humor hidden in the cartoon. So if you're an adult, you can enjoy it because you're like, oh, I get it. I get it. Okay. Let me give you a for instance, okay? He works at the Krusty Krab, and it's found in Bikini Bottom. Think about that. Just think about it for a second. He works at the Krusty Krab in Bikini Bottom. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. That's the adult humor hidden in SpongeBob. There's a whole bunch of other stuff. There's a whole bunch. If you sit there long enough and you listen, it's like I said. This isn't like South Park. This isn't like this was on like Nickelodeon or so. Yeah, it was on Nickelodeon. It still is on Nickelodeon. So they put this on Nickelodeon, and they put all these hidden little subliminal adult messages in them, which I think is kind of cool. I mean, it's kind of cool because if you're forced to sit and watch something with your kids, you kind of want to enjoy it too. And I enjoy me some SpongeBob. So yeah, but I would like to see one day a complete box. Once SpongeBob gets canceled, I'd like to see a big box set, like a deluxe, super deluxe Blu-ray deluxe box set. That's what I'd love to see one day, because you know, as much as I love physical media, the DVD casings are very, very big, and the fact that I'm kind of upgrading everything to Blu-ray or a 4K title or whatever, it kind of stands out in the collection. You know what I mean? And they take up a lot more space than the Blu-ray. The Blu-ray is like half a size or whatever. Anyway, that's what I'm going to say about that. And then the last one is one that I can't believe I missed. Okay, now I remember they put this video out. It was 2, and they announced it months and months and months in advance. Okay, now this is a little build up here. I'm gonna give you a little build up because I'm gonna show it to you, and you're gonna be like, yeah, I didn't even know, or yeah, I don't even care, or yeah, I get you. There was a build up, okay, that they were gonna release this title and another title, and then I pre-ordered them both. Soon as the day Amazon dropped it and said, hey, this is pre-order, I pre-ordered both of them. And then what happened was for some reason they released one of them, and then you never heard anything about the second one. I got a notification saying that it wasn't going to be released, and I didn't know anything about it. I was like, okay, well, maybe they didn't get the rights. Maybe they couldn't couldn't come out with the movie. So sometimes that happens. Sometimes they can't put it out on upgraded to Blu-ray because they can't get the rights to the songs, or they can't get the rights to something or whatever. Something's not working properly, whatever. So I was like, okay, this it's just not it's not meant to be. It's not coming out now. When is it gonna come out? I'll just wait. So I got the other one. The other one came in the mail, and I was very happy with it. And I watched it over and over and over again because this is probably one of my all-time favorite comedic duos that I just grew up with. I grew up watching this stuff, and of course I want to upgrade it from DVD to Blu-ray. Okay, I upgraded from VHS to DVD, and I want to upgrade it from DVD to Blu-ray. And if there was a 4K, it would definitely be purchased. I would hands down definitely purchase any 4K title that came out from this duo, and it is Cheech and Chong's Still Smoking. Yes. Listen, as you can see, this thing over there is an autographed Cheech and Chong litho. I went to go see them live with the wife. I don't know, maybe about 10 years ago, whatever. I was like raised on this stuff. My father used to force me to watch it. Okay, I didn't understand the humor back then, but I as I grew older, I understood the humor, and these guys are like spot on funny. Now, it's what the funny part of it is I had a little went a little head to head with one of my daughters the other day, because she was straight up telling me, she's like, oh, a lot of people don't even know who Cheech and Chong are. They don't even know. And I'm like, well, who the heck are you? Who doesn't know who Cheech and Chong is? She's like, well, they're not really like because the topic was like pothead humor. Okay, you know what I mean? Marijuana humor and stuff like that. And all of my kids agree that Snoop Dogg is the guy now. He's the guy. And I'm like, Snoop Dogg can't act. Okay, I've watched some Snoop Dogg movies. I got a movie called High School something whatever, where it's Snoop Dogg and Wiz Khalifa, and Snoop Dogg's like literally like 40, 50 years old, and he's riding a bicycle, and he's in high school. And it's totally unbelievable and totally ridiculous. Makes no sense. Plus, there was that other movie that's totally forgettable, that airplane one that he did there. I think it was like Soul Plane or whatever it was. Listen, he can't act. I mean, Ice Cube can act. There's rappers that can act, okay? But there's some rappers that just are not, should not be on the big screen, okay? They shouldn't be there. And Snoop Dogg's one. He's good when he does like little cameo things. It's like cool when he just shows up on the thing. He's like, hey, look, it's Snoop Dogg. There he is. Or if he's singing with somebody or rapping with somebody, or shows up and do it. I get it, okay? But as far as being the poster child for like potheads and marijuana smokers and whatever, you can't get better than Cheech and Chong. Cheech and Chong are the best. They are the absolute best. And I got to tell you, this was one of the ones that I used to rent all the time when VHS tapes, when all you could do was rent them. When all you could do was go to the rental store and rent VHS tapes. I'd rent Up and Smoke, Still Smoking, Things Are Tough All Over, Nice Dreams, Cheech and Chong's next movie, even the Corsican Brothers. Corsican Brothers being my least favorite. I remember going to see the Corsican Brothers with my mother. I begged her. Corsican Brothers came out, Cheech and Chong's Corsican Brothers. I was like, I want to see. I was like, I think that was their last movie that they actually did together, which was actually produced by them. And I begged my mother to go see it. She took me to go see it, and I was disappointed because there was no. It didn't have the Cheech and Chong feel. It was about like knights and like. Yeah, I mean, it was a good. It was. Don't get me wrong. It's not. I still like the movie, but it wasn't a Cheech and Chong-esque movie. Okay, it wasn't like the Stoner movie. It was more of like it had more of a storyline to it. But it was still good. But I remember looking at my mother, and at the end of the movie, we were walking out of the movie theater, and I'll never forget this because she looked at me, and I was like, she's like, so what do you think of the movie? And I'm like, oh, they didn't swear in it. And she's like, that's the only reason why you want to go see movies. You want to go see a movie because they swear. And I'm like, well, they're Cheech and Chong, and they swear and they smoke, and that's what they do. And she's like, oh, you want to go see a movie because people swear and they smoke? And I'm like, well, they're funny when they do that stuff. And I said, this wasn't really that kind of movie. I said, this was different. I said, it wasn't like all of the other movies that they did. And she's like, oh, so what are you saying? That's sick. And I'm like, I'll never forget that day. We walked to go see the movie, and we were walking home. And this was a conversation we were having. We were walking home, and I was like, "This is just. It wasn't an Up and Smoke. It wasn't a Still Smoking. It wasn't the next movie. It wasn't a Things Are Tough All Over. It wasn't a Nice Dreams. It just wasn't. It was the Corsican Brothers was totally different. It was funny. It was funny, and it was great to see them. I love seeing them in anything, even if they do a cameo. I love seeing them and doing cameos, but it just wasn't up to par as the rest of their movies, and But Still Smoking was great, and, the best thing about Still Smoking is, I gotta tell you, I've never been on a plane in my life, but this movie is the only thing that's ever motivated me to want to get on a plane. This is the only movie, this one, Still Smoking, is the only movie that's ever motivated me to ever want to get on a plane. Because my wife has asked me for years, she's like, if you could go someplace, if you could get on a plane and go someplace, where would you want to go? And I always tell her I want to go to Amsterdam. And she's like, why would you want to go to Amsterdam? Why out of every place in the whole world would you want to go to Amsterdam? And if anybody knows Still Smoking, there's a scene in the movie. So the plot line is Still Smoking is Cheech and Chong are going to Amsterdam, and they mistakenly think that they're Burt Reynolds and Dolly Parton, which is hilarious as it is, because these guys from Amsterdam, they actually referring to Cheech and Chong as Mr. Parton and Mr. Reynolds, Mr. Parton and Mr. Reynolds through the whole movie. And what they want to do is they're going to put on this big show for an audience, but what's happening is that the people that hired them are very disappointed because they're not Burt Reynolds and Dolly Parton. So the whole movie is them trying to figure out different storylines for their stand-up comedy show at the end. But what's cool about this movie is when you get to the end of the movie, not only do you see like how, the comical way of them putting together the storylines to their stand-up comedy, but they actually have a live stand-up comedy performance at the end of the movie. So you actually get to see Cheech and Chong in the real form. This is like, this Up in Smoke is Still Smoking, Nice Dreams, Things Are Tough All Over, and next movie. Actually, if I had to rank my Cheech and Chong movies, it would go Up in Smoke, Still Smoking, next movie, Nice Dreams, Things Are Tough All Over, Corsican Brothers. Did I miss one there? I know they did a Get Out of My Room or whatever, which was not even, that was like just a music video thing that didn't make any sense. I also own the single stuff that they did, like Shrimp on the Bobby, and what's that other one, man? Far Out Man. The solo stuff that they did, and then they did the cartoon one there, which I was like, it's a cartoon. That's not really them. It's a cartoon. And they did their stand up comedy one, which is great. Except they're older. They're not the young Cheech and Chong like they are here. So if you want to see Cheech and Chong perform live and you want to see a real funny movie, this is the one to see. But the Amsterdam thing got me, because when they go to Amsterdam, they actually go to this restaurant, and everything they sell in the restaurant is food that's made with marijuana. Like they have seed soup. It's just funny because when he's ordering the food, the stuff that he's ordering is funny, and then he starts hallucinating while they're eating the food. And listen, it's just a great movie. And I totally, this flew right under the radar. I could not believe how this has probably been out for a while, and this one totally flew under the radar on me, because I ordered Up in Smoke and this together. I saw it on Amazon, Up in Smoke, Still Smoking, together. I'm going to order them, pre-order, and I'm going to get them. And then they canceled this one for some reason. And then at least once every other month, I'll type in eBay, I'll type in Cheech and Chong Blu-ray, and just see what pops up. See if maybe a foreign title, because I still want to get Things Are Tough All Over. I really, really love that movie. Nice Dreams. Nice Dreams did get a Blu-ray title, didn't it? I don't know about that. I'm a little up in the air about that. I'm looking over there, I was seeing like Yellow Beard and something. I got them like all together, but my Nice Dreams is actually still in DVD form over there. So either I didn't pull it, or it never got a Blu-ray. I know next movie did. Up in Smoke, Corsican Brothers, and this one. But yeah, Things Are Tough All Over is still up there, and so is Nice Dreams. So they did not get Blu-ray titles yet, as of yet. But yeah, this one totally almost flew under the radar, and I'm telling you, this is one of those movies. You gotta have them. Listen, you people that collect physical media, there's got to be movies in your life that when you see them, you don't even care the price. Like you don't like, literally, if somebody was selling this thing on eBay for $100, I would have paid $100 for it. That's how much I love this movie. Same thing with Up in Smoke. I'd easily pay $100 for it. I wouldn't even think twice. You know what I mean? I'd do the pay in four thing. I pay $25 bi-weekly or whatever, and I would have bought it. As soon as I saw this thing, that's what triggered all the rest. I was like, okay, I'm buying this. No thought process whatsoever. Now, what's the other two I got to get from Blow Out of Here Video to get my 16% off? Well, I might as well upgrade my Stallone collection and I might as well complete my SpongeBob collection thus far and get the one movie that I really, really want to get, and get 16 to 20% off of the original price. Because the flippers on eBay are getting a lot more for this than you get on Blow Out of Here Video. So if you do want a copy of Still Smoking and you are a Cheech and Chong fan, go to Blow Out of Here Video's website, or go out Blow Out of Here Video's eBay channel, eBay store, and purchase it from them, and you're gonna get a better deal than you get anywhere else on the internet. I checked it out. So if you weren't aware that it's out, it's out. And if you're a Cheech and Chong fan, you know that that's a must-have. That's part 2 of Up in Smoke. You gotta have that. It's just great. Plus, it has E.T. Eddie Torres, the extra testicle. That's some funny stuff there. When he's got the he's dressed in the E.T.'s famous, and they want to make a sci-fi movie, and all he does is put on a long green shirt with three testicles on the shirt, and he's chasing the maid around the hotel while Cheech is videotaping him, and he's like, I'm E.T. Eddie Torres, the extra testicle. And it's just all is a shirt with three testicles on it. Listen, hey, Cheech and Chong is one of my favorite. I'm sorry. Well, what am I apologizing for? I'm not apologizing, okay? Cheech and Chong are my hands down my probably my favorite comedic act that I can ever even think of. And with that said, my friends, thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you, and I will see you later. You should have saved me some.